What got you thinking about doing this memorial?
I've been around here plenty of times, and I've actually seen the monument. It was actually right around here somewhere, and it was in pretty bad condition, so I took it up and I built the monument that's over there.
Well, good for you.
Aaron, what made you want to choose this as your project? I mean, what did you know Officer Winters' story? I mean, had you heard about it?
Yeah, I've heard about it. It's a tragic story, and I just thought it was a great thing to do, and I was all gun-ho for it.
Have you driven by here before when you used to see the?
Yeah, well, I come down this road a lot to go to my Boy Scout troop room, and see it every day, almost.
And what did it look like, you were saying?
It was a white picket fence that was put together, and it had a picture of him on there, and it had a little rock garden type thing around it.
Do I understand you want to be a police officer too?
Yes, someday I hope to be a K-9 unit.
Aaron, I know part of the project was getting donations to do this. Did people come through for you with donations?
Well, I was put in the newspaper like a few weeks before I even started this project, and my address was in there. I got a bunch of phone calls. I got tons of messages from people, and I went and visited a few people. One check I got was from some lady. She gave me $500. It's awesome.
Aaron, what about Officer Winters' story touched you? I mean, apart from the fact that he was killed in line of duty, what is it that grabbed at your heart that made you say, this is going to be my project?
Really, the whole thing. It's a pretty tragic story. Touched my heart. As you can see, it touched other people's heart, and yeah.
I mean, you weren't even born yet.
Yeah, well, I was also in need of a project. Troy Waters over there, he told me about it, and came to mind, so I did it that way.
But what do you think? It's kind of, I mean, you were not even born yet, but you grew up hearing about this Muncie police officer? I mean, had you heard the story?
I've heard of it before, yeah.
And so now you've met his family?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think? Is there a bond there now? I mean, what do you think? This is a pretty special kind of project.
Yeah, I guess me and the Winters family are kind of family now.
Which is incredible. How long did it take you to put this project together?
Well, it was in different phases. It took 3 days. First day was digging, second day was landscaping, and the third day was actually setting the stone. I could have probably gotten it done in 2 days. It's just I had to wait on the monument to be made.
And where do you go to school now? Are you a senior?
Yeah, I'm a senior at Muncie Central High School.
And what's next? Are you going to college next?
I'm joining the military.
Which branch?
Either the Army or the Marines. I am not set on one.
Okay. And then from there, and then you want to come back and eventually go to a police academy?
Yeah, I would like to be a K-9 unit.
Anything else that you want to add about this? I mean, look at all of these people that have come out. Clearly, it's more than 20 years since this officer was killed, and people still resonate with them.
It kind of touches my heart that this many people actually care. I'm thankful for everybody, and I'm definitely blessed.
It's a very good Boy Scout project you're doing.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Aaron Waters. This is the project that I have put in many hours of hard work to make a memorial for someone who truly deserves it. I was looking for a good project for my Eagle Scout requirement when Assistant Scoutmaster Troy Waters came up to me and said, "You can make a memorial for a fallen officer." When he started telling me about the story and the condition the original memorial was in, I decided we needed to make a permanent monument to honor Officer Winters. We are here today to present the memorial to the Winters family. I'd like to thank Terry Winters and Troy Winters, without whom none of this would have been possible. I'd also like to thank everyone who donated to make this possible, especially Will Hoyt's Monuments and Banta's Lawn Care. I hope it's to your liking. Thank you. Stand over by it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. I'm Steve Stewart, Chief of Police of the Muncie Police Department, and I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your busy day to come here for this memorial in memory of our fallen Officer Gregg Winters. For Aaron Watts, I know the Winters family has been deeply touched by this memorial for their family member. But I also want you to know how deeply touched all of us are in law enforcement, and in particular the Muncie Police Department's men and women. Because rarely does someone do something for us. We're always doing something for other people. That's what we do. For you to think about your Eagle Scout project and tie that in with Gregg Winters and his family and his police officer family brings utter joy to our hearts. I will never forget Gregg Winters and his family. I will never forget this day, and I will never forget Eagle Scout Aaron Waters and what he did for us today. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you.
At this time, if anybody else has anything to say, they can come out here and say something.
I'll never forget December 28th of 1990 or January 8th of 1991. I have two sons, Kyle and Brock, who remind me of Gregg and things that he did each and every day. So when I first got the phone call about this from Aaron and his mother, I thought, well, that's nice, but Aaron doesn't even know Gregg, and Aaron's 18 years old, and we're marking 24 years. And when he told me about what he thought and felt about this memorial, I thought, what an awesome young man at such a young age to be so insightful. And for what he has done here, not only the legacy he has left for Gregg and Kyle and Brock, the entire Winters family in the Muncie Police Department, but what a huge legacy Aaron has created here. And for that, Aaron, the Winters family thanks you very much. And I thank you all for being here, because after 24 years, you just don't know. I know everybody's moved forward in life, and it's been an entire lifetime ago. So for all of you to be here tonight to share this very, very special monumental time with us, we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Does anybody else have anything to say?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. At this time, everybody proceed back to your vehicles and then head back to the church. Thank you.
Tonight was very overwhelming for a young man, 18 years of age, who didn't even know Gregg, who took this upon himself to make a beautiful monument in honor of Gregg and what he stood for, and to remember Gregg's sacrifice, and then as well to remember the Muncie Police Department and law enforcement throughout the nation. It's just been a very overwhelming, very dynamic experience, and this is something that will live on not only for this generation, but many generations to come, to make sure that what Gregg did and what he stood for and what our law enforcement community and the Muncie Police stand for will never be forgotten.
Well, what did you think when he first called and said, contacted you? You probably didn't know this young man initially.
I did not know Aaron at all. And when he first called me and contacted me, I have to tell you, I was a little overwhelmed, because I thought, this young man's 18 years old. He didn't know Gregg. His family does not know my children or any of the Winters family. And so for him to call with such a very, very honorable memorial that's being built here, it was very heartwarming.
And so was the White Cross still here and they took it down?
The
Or?
White Cross was still here, and Aaron came out with volunteers and came out with Terry, Gregg's brother, and they removed the cross, and then they started building the monument.
What do you think of the monument?
I think the monument's beautiful. I think it's a very nice legacy.
Molly, you're very involved in the concerns of police survivors. You think this will stand out with that group?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And we have a lot of police survivors here tonight that share this evening and this monumental time with us as well, and the huge honor. And every one of us who are survivors have a special connection and a special bond. And for them to be here with us tonight was also very overwhelming and very heartwarming.
Molly, he wants to be a police officer when he's going to go into the military, but he says, eventually he wants to be a canine officer and be out here. And, you know firsthand what a dangerous job that can be.
If I had the past 24 years to do over again, and that would include Gregg in my life, but include Gregg in a profession that his heart was not in, I would not want that. Gregg loved being a police officer and was very committed and very dedicated, and Gregg gave his life in the ultimate sacrifice for what he believed in, which was making our community safer and to be a law enforcement officer. So I'm very proud of Aaron.
You said, 24 years has almost gone by, and you said you weren't sure, what the turnout would be, right?
Right.
I mean, this
Right.
is, wow, people have certainly not forgotten.
My youngest son, Brock, is 24. He was 10 months old when his dad died. So in 24 years, the milestones that he and his older brother Kyle have experienced and have gone through is, it's just a lifetime of not being with their dad. And so much has changed in those 24 years. And everybody goes on with their life, and everybody moves forward with their life. And, this takes you right back to the day that Gregg was shot, and then the day that Gregg was buried. So it can be overwhelming, and for this many people to still be touched by what Gregg stood for and how he lived his life is an honor to him and to us.
How old was Kyle?
Kyle was 3 years old and Brock was 10 months old.
Is Kyle the gentleman in the red?
Kyle's in Arizona. He's an athletic trainer for the Arizona Christian University. And then my youngest son, Brock, is here.
I bet your son thinks this is an awful nice thing.
Yeah. He's very overwhelmed because he didn't know his dad at all. So for some young man to take this on and remember his dad, he's very, very heartfelt and touched.
Anything else, Molly, you want to add? Did I miss anything that gets to the heart of the matter?
I don't think so. It's just a wonderful legacy.
Molly, with the renaming of the FOP in honor of Gregg and some of the other Fallen Heroes Bridge and all that, certainly this community is thankful to the public safety people and police who has sacrificed. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, very much so. That silent majority that really respects the law enforcement community and all that they stood for, unfortunately is silent. And so when this happens, and to see the community to come out and to make donations and to support this is very overwhelming. It speaks a lot for that silent majority that they really do appreciate everything that law enforcement does.
I guess I'm still amazed that Aaron wanted to take on this project. When he first called me and said he wanted to do this, I was shocked that this young man, wanted to take on a project like this when he had many other projects he probably had to choose from, but he chose to do this and just more or less left me speechless that he wanted to take on a project like this, and it is greatly appreciated by our family.
Mayor Tyler regrets that he couldn't be here tonight because of a prior engagement, but he did want me to read a letter that he's written to Eagle Scout Aaron Waters. Dear Eagle Scout Aaron Waters, congratulations on becoming an Eagle Scout. I recently received good news concerning your celebration regarding this highest honor in scouting. This very distinguished accomplishment is a remarkable achievement by Scouts devoted to leadership, community service, and peak performance. While the Eagle Court of Honor ceremony acknowledges and recognizes your successes, as mayor, I too would like to salute you for the numerous actions and activities that have brought you to this significant moment of decoration. You and your family should stand proud and tall as you accept the exalted awards benefiting the Eagle Scout. Therefore, Aaron Waters, I proudly present to you the enclosed Mayor's Community Service Award on behalf of the citizens of Muncie. Aaron, for being a valuable citizen, I sincerely wish you the best in all your endeavors, present and future. Best regards, Dennis Tyler, Mayor, City of Muncie. The City of Muncie, the Mayor's Community Service Award to Eagle Scout Aaron Waters in appreciation of outstanding efforts, support, participation in the practice and promotion of voluntary action. In testimony whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused to be affixed the seal of the City of Muncie this 8th day of November 2014. Dennis Tyler, Mayor of City of Muncie. Congratulations.
Before we send them off to school, and let's pray for the families of the ones who's been so cruel. Say a prayer for the loved ones whose hearts are filled with pain, for the ones who lost their lives for reasons so insane. God will see us through, even when things seem so dim. Sometimes it's hard to do. We gotta put our faith in Him. Tomorrow's a brand new day, so let our love shine through. Open up your hearts, 'cause God will see us through. Say a prayer for our troops who's fighting every day to keep this nation free and safe, and show our children a better way. And let's pray for the ones who lost their lives at war, and for those who's died on our city streets that we have to ask what for. God will see us through, even when things seem so dim. Sometimes it's hard to do. We gotta put our faith in Him. Tomorrow's a brand new day, so let our love shine through. Open up your hearts, 'cause God will see us through. God will so dim. Sometimes it's hard to do. We gotta put our faith in Him. Tomorrow's a brand new day, so let our love shine too. Open up your hearts, God will see us through. Open up your hearts, 'cause God will see us through.
Community Focus would like to thank the following underwriters for their help and support with our productions. Put your business up for everyone to see. Hometown Outdoor Advertising, 288-9000. Wishbone Gifts Incorporated, corner of Walnut and Jackson Street in Muncie. Best Built Computers, 25 years experience in computer repairs. 413 South Tillotson Avenue, Suite 1. Victor's Gyros and Pancake House, 700 South Tillotson Avenue. Great barbecue, dine-in, drive-through, or carry-out. Victor's has world-class gyros, and for your dining pleasure, you can have breakfast, lunch, or dinner at Victor's. 288-1777. 9 Guns, buy, sell, trade, 765-646-9000. 2213 South Scatterfield Road, Anderson, Indiana. Buy, sell, and trade pistols, handguns, rifles, shotguns. www.9guns.com. In Anderson, Indiana. Crime Stoppers. Tips can pay up to $1,000. 286-4050. You don't have to give your name. McGalliard Guns and More. 800 West McGalliard, Muncie, Indiana. 765-288-GUNS. Parson Mortuary Incorporated. 801 West Adams Street, Muncie, Indiana. 765-747-1100. Muncie Sanitary District, serving Muncie since 1965. 300 North High Street, Muncie, Indiana. 765-747-4863. This show is produced by Millennium Productions Incorporated. Thanks for watching.